The moment you can grab it from that perspective, your case is settled. Remember, I said the journey to every covenant of God begins with love. Begins with what? Love. Thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and the great commandment. The second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Upon these two commandments, operate all the laws and the prophets, all the covenants, all the new, operate on that platform. Everything. Everything. And the covenant of abundance has the same unique platform. David said, because of my affection. So his possession is a function of his affection. 1 Chronicles 29, verses 2, 3, 4, and 5. He said, I have prepared with all my might for the house of my God. Verse 2, he said in verse 3, and now because of my affection for the house of my God, I have given out of my own private goods. You become a private possessor when you are in an affairs with God. Amen. It's very simple. It's very simple. Everything that is mine is my wife's. Hello. My wife does not need any special arrangement to make use of anything that we have in the house. You are his wife, the wife of the possessors, the possessor of the heavens and the earth. So when your love with him is intact, when your marriage has no corner in it, when your marriage is groovy, when your honeymoon is intact, your access becomes unlimited. That makes your case different. Come and say here. That makes your case different. That makes your case different. David was in affection with God, and his affection for God became the function of his possession on earth. And David, in that chapter 29 of 1 Chronicles, verse 4, they tried to put together the volume of what he gave. And I was saying it's $576 million worth of gold. How much? $576 million worth of gold coming from somebody's private treasures. And they say, what does he sell? Does he have a timber factory? No. He has a covenant factory. He has what? Does he know the governor of their own central bank? No. He is the beloved of the possessor of the heavens and the earth. A man after my own heart. David won the heart of God, so the earth under him began to shake and tremble. He said, who then will give himself? Who then will follow my example? Who will give himself and all that he has to the Lord? Who will give himself? That's all that you are. To give yourself is all that you have. So that clearly puts you in an understanding that the covenant of abundance operates on the platform of love unfeigned, love without reservations, an affection that suffers no distraction, that puts you on the platform for exploits. Now that the foundation is in place, what is this covenant all about? In Genesis chapter 12, God put up Abraham as our covenant example, our covenant father. Amen. Abraham is our covenant access to God's abundance. He has set him up as an example. That's why talking about blessings in Galatians chapter 3, verse 13, he said, Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law by being made a curse for us. For it is written, curse everyone that hangeth upon the tree, beginning from verse 11, that the blessings of Abraham might come unto us Gentiles. Everyone say blessings of Abraham. Yes. Now that is biblical definition of supernatural supplies and prosperity. That is God's view of heavenly blessings. It is called Abraham's blessings. Blessings after the order of Abraham. Say, help me, Lord. Genesis 12, verses 1 to 3. Now the Lord has said to Abraham, come thee out of thy father's house and from thy country, from thy kindred, into a land that I will show you, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless you, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless him that bless you, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all nations of the earth be blessed. Very simple. Come out. Everyone say, come out. There is a system existing where you are. God is no respect of your tradition. He said, come out of that tradition. Come to a new place I'm going to show you. I think I will show you that new place this morning. The place of kingdom addiction, God affection. Come on to this new land that I'm showing you. And I will there make of thee a great nation. Amen. I will bless you and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. I will bless you to the level that you remain a blessing. I will not bless you beyond the level that you are a blessing. When you stop being a blessing, my blessings stop flowing in your direction. It's fantastic. That is the anchor for the covenant of abundance. It's not a hit and run. It's a hit and stick. Some people saw some miracles, and that's the last one they ever saw, because they didn't know the way to keep it flowing. I will bless you, I make your name great, and thou shalt, not thou may, not thou can, not thou will, thou shalt be a blessing. And as long as you remain a blessing, no witch, no wizard, no armed robber, no assassin, no occultic power can stand on your way. For I will bless him that blesses you, and curse him that curseth thee. Now listen, everybody. No matter how delicious a meal, if you don't end up in the toilet, it becomes poison. True or false? That's why many people have been financially poisoned. Accumulation of rotten food which has changed the chemistry of their body. When you stop being a blessing, the blessing stops. Somebody who has not gone to the toilet for 1 week, ask him, what food do you like to take? He will look at you like this. Food? No, never. I can't take anything at all. They say, please now. And maybe it's from my state. And they bring pounded yam with a goosey soup, everything just sparkling. They say, try small. I say, no. No, you don't know how I'm feeling. Why eat your money? Say, no, I can't take. The stomach is like this. So they go to look for pump. To pump the thing out in the hospital. Am I talking about? Many people's covenant kidneys have broken down. So they are suffering very dangerous constipation, making it wicked for God to even say, let me bless him more. Do you force food into the mouth of someone who has not gone to the toilet for 2 weeks? You'll be a wicked person. That's why God stops where you stop. Where you stop being a blessing, that's where God stops blessing you. And thou shalt be a blessing. We had a free day one of those days. We were in America recently. And we went to a nearby place to watch some of those animals, how they behave. And I took very special interest in the elephant. And I discovered the elephant he consumes 170 pounds of food per day. How many? That is, his food is like a mountain. He will just be doing like this, like that. You think he's playing. The machine will just be rolling and rolling, and then the mountain will come down. It has entered his stomach. Then it will move. It will release the first batch. I'll move, and release. Now you see, he consumes 170 pounds, he delivers 100 pounds. Hello? The moment he delivers less than 100, they must start putting injection to force the remaining thing out. When you see a cow excreting like a goat, they should start digging his grave. Hello? The size of a man's consumption is a function of the waste he deposits. Am I talking? That's why children's excreta is that small, but a full-grown adult is a balloon on the ground. Yeah, well, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, this is wonderful. That is the missing link in our adventure into financial dominion. It is not get it once and run. It is live it as a lifestyle. When it stops being a lifestyle, it becomes a life crisis. Oh, but I said in the morning, God isn't asking, bring what you have. He said, come, bring me your heart. My son, give me your heart. And let your soul discern, embrace my ways. But you see, there is no other authentic expression of love than giving. God so loved the world. What did he do? Give. What did he do? Give. God so loved, he sang. God so loved, he danced. God so loved, he gave. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Giving is God's covenant proof of love. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. When you stop being a blessing, the blessing becomes a curse. When a man stops going to toilet, the food turns to poison. And if it's not taken care of, it turns to death. In this covenant, there is he that scattereth and yet has more. Proverbs 11:24. And there is he that withholdeth more than is meet, and it tends more to penury. In this covenant, the way to keep the tap flowing is to keep the blessing going. The way to keep the tap flowing from heaven is to keep the blessing flowing to the world. When you stop being a blessing, the blessing turns to a curse. When you stop going to toilet, the delicious meal turns to poison. That is important. That is important. That is important. And I will bless you, and thou shalt be a blessing. Stop celebrating what you are giving. Start celebrating what you give. What you give is as important as what you are given. There must be a balance, otherwise there will be crisis. There must be a balance, otherwise there will be crisis. There must be a balance, otherwise there will be crisis. No matter how prayerful you are, this is covenant, not promise. You can bombard heaven with prayer to claim a promise. A covenant calls for obedience. Calls for what? It is simply walking in the light. Why you stop being a blessing is blessing stop. And if you keep on not being a blessing, the blessing already existing begins to turn to poison. There is no other covenant way to giving expression to love than giving. No other way. God so loved the world he gave. Listen, David so loved the Lord, what did he do? Solomon so loved the Lord, what did he do? So why do you so love the Lord and pray? Why do you so love the Lord and dance? Can you dance more than David? He threw away his coat, but that's not part of this one we are talking. David danced himself away. He danced himself crazy. But that does not substitute his giving life the only way to authenticate his love for God. The only way to authenticate his love for God is by giving. Is by what? No other way, no shortcut. That is eternally established. The reason why the African man stays where he has been is that at the beginning of the entrance of the gospel, we were only at the receiving end. Yet they will bring some books from America. It's free. And then I have some Bibles now in my house. There are about 40. One man of God sent it to me from Pennsylvania. You know, and I have some books. Somebody sent it to me. They're about 50. So as long as we are at the receiving end, we were going down. They call us poor and we behave poor, so we remain poor. But when my eyes opened 16 years ago, I said, no, that's not the truth. March 1981, that is not the truth. For there is no difference between the Jews and the Greek. Romans 10:12. The same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. Acts 10:34. Now I know that God is no respecter of persons, but in every nation, including Nigeria, Niger, Chad, Liberia, Kenya, in every nation, Zambia, everyone that fears him and walketh uprightly is accepted with him. God is no respecter of persons. There is no difference between white and green. The same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. I love the way Duplantis put it. Duplantis said there is something white about every black one. He said, look at the palm. The palm is white. And there is something black about every white man. Look at the polo of his shirt. It's black when it's dirty. So the black under his white skin comes out. Come on, say here. So there is no difference. That's why the heart of a white man can be transplanted into a black man. And the kidney of a black man can be given to a white man. Because the kidneys are the same color. The brain is the same color. Come on, say, I hear that now. You are not poor because you are black. You are poor because you are blind. You are not poor because you are black. You are poor because you are blind. Every blind person sees black. Am I talking? Whether it's a white man, when he's blind, what does he see? So black is not the reason for your lack. Blind is the reason. every blind man sees black. Whether the man is green or yellow, from the far east or the far west, every blindness equals blackness. You are not poor because you are black. The black man is poor because he's blind. And so also, there are poor white men that are also poor because they are blind. Blindness equals blackness, the race notwithstanding. Now listen, God's precious people. The covenant is simple. I will bless you, and thou shalt be a blessing. And as long as you remain a blessing, anyone that rises up against you, I will rise up against him. And thou shalt be a blessing. And thou shalt be a blessing. Benny Hinn was quoted as saying that he understood prosperity when he met me. But this is white, and according to them, I'm black. That's what they think. I'm not. Amen. My citizenship is in heaven, where there is no black, nor white, nor red, nor yellow. I'm a covenant saint. I don't bother about skin. I bother about light. I command your deliverance here at this hour. Your destiny is not tied up in anybody's hand. He said, now I commend you to God and to the word of his grace, which is able to build you up and to deliver to you your inheritance. Your inheritance is not in Germany. Your inheritance is not in America. Your inheritance is not in Russia. It's not in Japan. Your inheritance is tied up in the book. And when the book is open, your destiny will open up. This is all you need. And thou shalt be a blessing. Love that does not express itself in giving is fake. It is not love, it is lust. You know what Jesus said? Wherefore does my Father love me? Because I laid down my life. Amen. You want to win God's heart? Then lay down your life. You win it. He said, no one took it away from me. I lay it down of my own. I have power to lay it down and I have power to take it again. So love is a choice. It's not a gift. Love is what? Love is a choice. It is not a gift. Love is a choice. It is not a gift. Love is a choice. It is not a gift. And the power of that choice is in your hand. You choose what to love. You choose who to love. But I love him more than anything. I love you more than anyone. I love you. Lord, I give my life to you. That's where the deed is settled. The covenant, very simple. Come up here on this new platform, the love platform. Come up here and give expression to your love in giving. Keep doing it, and you see how helpless your enemies can be. Where you let me lead you, you shall not want. I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Your cup will run over. I will lead you beside still waters. Everybody else will be troubled, but you shall be peaceful. Amen. I'll make you to lie down on green pastures, comfortable, round about. I will bless you and add no sorrow to it. Every day will be angry. I will be excited and happy about you. That is the highway to the covenant of prosperity. I will bless you, and thou shalt be a blessing. And thou shalt be a blessing. When you are not in love, you are lost. Whosoever loves his life shall lose it, but whosoever loses his life for my sake, the same shall find it. When you are not in demonstrable love, in practical love, you are lost. But when you are in love with this God, in truth and in deed, you will be found. People will know where you are. You will have footprints on the earth. You become the envy of your community. They will all know that God is on your side. When you are not in love, you are lost. You remain a struggler. You remain prodigal. But when you are in love, you are at home with God. And when you are at home with God, you have no lack. Come back home. The suffering out there is not yours by heritage. Come back home. The Father's loving hand is extended in your direction this day. Come back home. Financial dominion is your heritage and redemption. Come back home. The struggle is getting too hard. You don't have to be part of it. You are in this world. You are not of this world. Come back home. You are of God, little children, and you have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Come back home. Come back to the home of smiles. Come back where the celebrities are. Come back where people celebrate day and night. Come back where the Father of heaven and earth is in charge. Come back. Come back. Your possession is a function of your affection for him, and your affection has only one authentic proof. It is in giving. It's a what? 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 Just before I close this evening, listen to this. I want to bring out something. When we are talking about expressing our love in giving, it is also in priority. It's also where? Thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first. Everyone say, this is the first. We are not called to be philanthropists. We are called to be covenant people. We are covenant saints. Amen? And covenant saints are spiritual eagles. We are called covenant saints, so we should understand the covenant. First. Everyone say first. Thou shalt love the Lord your God. That is the first and the great commandment. It will amount to hypocrisy when you don't allow the first to be first. First. So God first. In your giving, in your liberalities, God first. Every other thing may be clamoring, God first. Every other thing may look popular, God first. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Every other prophet may look very dazzling, God first. Can I hear you say God first? God first. God first. Now listen, God reacted in Haggai chapter 1. He said, these people say, the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built. Haggai chapter 1, beginning from verse 3. He said, but thus saith the Lord, is it time for you to live in your seed houses, and this house lying in ruins? But thus saith the Lord, that's why you brought in, you took out much and brought in little. You earn wages, you put it in pockets with holes. But consider your ways. Amen. He said, go up to the mountain and bring me wood and build this house, and I will take pleasure in it. And I'll be glorified therein, said the Lord. But if you don't do it, I will shut my heaven. There will be no rain or dew. You will walk and never see result. He kept saying all of that. Why? Because of his house that was not minded by the people. They were minding their own thing, they left his own thing, so he left them alone. May God never leave you alone. Amen. Say with me, God first. God first. Say loud, God first. God first. Louder yet, God first. God first. Can I hear you say God first? God first. Before the fall of Solomon, we heard that Solomon built the house of God, and then what? The king's house. Which house first? God. Which house first? Which house first? Your own house does not have a future until God's house is in place. What remains has no meaning until God's house is given its place. Solomon built the Lord's house, and then the king, and then the king.